Okay, I have here a Yamaha VXR 2015 model, and I've been having a problem with it where the speedometer goes from miles per hour over to kilometers per hour. And during a trip out, it might happen, 6 or 7 times I noticed, and it's kind of annoying. It hasn't been a huge deal because I can always switch it back over, but it's still annoying, and I couldn't find much information about it online until I came across a forum that said, well, if you leave the safety lanyard in, this guy right here, it doesn't switch over. So I thought about it for a while, and I kind of realize now what's going on and when it happens. And if you don't know how you're supposed to switch the units over from kilometers per hour to miles per hour or vice versa, is you start up the engine, or at least turn it on just quick enough to where it doesn't quite start and you can at least see the dashboard turn on. You then hit the stop button if it's running to shut it off, release it. You then press the stop button again, hold it for about 4 seconds, and then that's going to convert the units over. So right now it should be in miles per hour. I'm going to start it up and I'm going to stop it, and you're going to see when it gets switched over. So let's start it up here. Let's see if I can get turned a little bit out of the sun here. So right now we're in miles per hour. That's great. Now I'm going to hit just the stop button here. Now it's still in miles per hour. Now let me remove the safety lanyard. Notice the dash is still on. Safety lanyard is removed. 1, 2, 3, 4. And right there it switched over to kilometers per hour. And this is what causes it to switch over, hitting the stop button and then pulling the lanyard out. And I didn't realize that at first. So what seems to be happening is both the stop button here and then the safety lanyard stop is more or less configured to the same, switch internally, so that whenever you stop it and then pull the lanyard out, it's just the same as if you were to stop it, release, and then hit the stop button for 4 more seconds, which is how you switch it over. So that's what the problem is. And I was a little bit comforted to know that it wasn't like a huge deal with the computer where it's a little bit screwy, where there may be other side effects. But still, on a new jet ski, that's not something you want. Now again, this is a 2015 model of the VXR, but I also, on the forum online, I seen that it's also affecting the VXS and the VX models. I don't know if it's all models made for the year 2015 or if it's just some, but definitely the VXR, VXS, and just the VX are experiencing that, according to what I found out online. Now, I contacted the dealership where I bought it from, and I didn't know all this at the time of how it actually occurs when it switches over. So the salesman that I bought it from, he consulted their mechanic there. The mechanic said that either the computer on board would need to be reflashed or replaced, which kind of makes sense because honestly it seems like a programming bug. But the only thing that I'm wondering is if the computer can differentiate between the stop button and then this safety lanyard stop, because if not, they would potentially have to replace some sort of wiring harness in here or replace a switch in such a way that the computer can tell whether the stop button here is pressed or whether it's coming from up here. So that's the issue. And basically there's 2 things you can do, short of getting it fixed at the shop to avoid that from happening. One is the recommended solution I read online, where you just always leave the safety lanyard in until the dash turns itself off. The other alternative would be while it's still running, instead of hitting the stop button to shut it off, just pull the safety lanyard out. That way it would just shut off the engine, but you wouldn't be releasing the stop and then essentially pressing it again. So kind of an annoying solution. Not a lot of information I found out about it online. Right now we're in the middle of September. I don't plan on taking it into the shop until maybe about the end of October, because I don't want to lose any riding time this year. And when I called the shop, they were saying that it could take 3-4 weeks before the mechanic could get to it, and that's a lot of time to be sitting around. So again, my dealership is recommending that the computer be reflashed or replaced, is what he said. So it sounds like it might be a reasonable solution, but I still kind of wonder if they may end up having to replace something dealing in with these two switches, because if they're internally connected together, I don't think the computer could tell a difference between them. But I really don't know how it's wired in. Just a couple thoughts. Hope this helps you out a little bit. Have a good day and happy riding out there on the waters.